30 dirty business tactics you need to know, according to Reddit. Number 30. Selling a customer a wireless phone package that you claim is unlimited, then throttling their speed when they surpass some arbitrary limit of data. Now, in case you're not already aware, when negotiating a contract for your phone, you should be very careful that what is offered is genuinely unlimited, because most things have hidden data caps where when you pass over that, when you're trying to do something like listen to music or just watch a YouTube video, things like this that use up data, they're going to start charging you for extra data used, which is absolute garbage, especially in this day and age. You should seek out an unlimited actual plan for your phone from whatever provider, because if they're not offering it, somewhere does have it, and you deserve that bang for your buck. Number 29. Mechanics and other car servicing places will often put many additional tasks/replacements on your bill or imply that you should go do things immediately. While many of their recommendations are things to keep in mind, often the tasks that they're talking about are not immediately necessary and can be put off for a while before they are an issue. And this is just true. It's how they get you to pay them instead of pay somewhere else. Somebody else responds to this: I took my car in for an oil change and a tire rotation, and they recommended some services that were immediately necessary based on the condition of the vehicle. And I said I should have had it all done at 10K miles, and that now the tires are worn out and there's buildup somewhere in the engine or whatever. I'm no mechanic. I said no, my car only has 7K miles on it, and that there's absolutely no way it had all those issues. In fact, I was having it serviced at the dealership where I bought it only 1 year prior. Build up in the engine. Number 28. Giving someone a promotion just to get them back on a probationary period so that they can be fired without cause or repercussion. Oh. Somebody said this happened to their wife recently. They were able to twist some information to make her look bad enough to can, and with no risk of legal recourse because she was on probation with her new position. Wife said they did the exact same thing to someone within the past year. The guy won Employee of the Year, was promoted, and promptly fired. Holy shit. Somebody says that you can apparently report them to the Department of Labor, EEOC, or Human Rights Commission in your state. Even if you don't prevail, it's a good thing to do because most people don't take these sort of actions, and the employer knows that and counts on it. Yeah, man, it's like rape. And I love that I keep going back to rape, but here's where I'm coming from, guys. A lot of the times people that get raped, they don't want to report it because, you know, of what may happen in their life. But that's selfish of them, because one of the strongest reasons you should make it so that the law comes into a rape case is so that the rapist doesn't live with the confidence of thinking and knowing, in some cases, that they'll be able to get away with it because they're not going to face any consequence. You know what I mean? Some people won't stop unless they are stopped. They're like an object in motion that will remain in motion unless acted upon. And you need to be that force to stop or at least slow them down, because I'm not saying that you are actively making it so that other people could get fired by not saying anything, but essentially you kind of are. Like this person says, the employers know and count on it. Number 27, getting solar panels on your house by lease or power purchase agreement is a horrible deal for a homeowner. You save a small amount on your bill, but are tied to the agreement for 20 plus years, while the company that actually owns them retains all of the tax benefits. Holy shit, we're all learning things today. Somebody responds, I can't speak for others, but my parents took a similar deal a few years ago, and when the solar panel industry was booming. Now we don't pay for our house's electricity and actually make extra power to sell to the state power company. This contract expires in 25 to 30 years. It kinda helps that my country is absolutely scorched during summers. He's in Greece. Interesting. Somebody says that's not how it works in the US. What OP is referring to is PPA, where you buy your power from the solar company. Say that you pay 20 cents per kilowatt, or kWh, I don't know what that is, from your local energy company. The solar company comes along and says that you will pay 15 cents. That will grow at 3% per year, and you're contracted for 20 years. They use your roof to install their panels. Technically, you're not getting any benefit from the panels on your house because you're paying for all electricity anyway. On top of that, they are a huge tax breaks in the US for buying panels, but since you're not buying the panels, you get none of the tax benefits, and solar companies get all of it. In my state, the tax break is almost 50% of the cost of the panels. Well, the rich get richer. As we go to number 26, when I was in the process of moving into my current home, I transferred the title of my old home and land to my sister because she was buying it and moving in when I left. Within the next few weeks, she started all the welcome to my neighborhood coupons and flyers. She started getting those coupons and flyers. She didn't even change her address. So I assume companies track the title change with the register of the deeds. The sketchiest was a pest control company claiming to have an existing account on the property and recommending she continue to use their services. They detailed dates and changes referencing termites. It was all lies. All the dates shown were while I owned the property, and I never even heard of this company before she received that letter. That's unbelievable. So guys, to summarize this in, I guess, layman's terms, in case it was a little convoluted the way that I read it, imagine I am a bro and I live in a house, and my sister is going to be living in my house after I move. So I sign over the paperwork to make this her house now, and some dude shows up and is like, yo, so, you know, this house has had a history of termites. We used to have a contract with the former owner of this house, who is me, and he's never seen me before in my life. Because he's lying, you know what I mean? He just shows up because he knows there's a new person living here, and it's like, yo, so you're gonna get all these, you gonna take my service or what? Just pay me, baby. I know some stuff about this house. You new here, I know there's some stuff. Liar. Number 25, fake reviews. Uh-oh. I worked for a startup company that had a sleazy CEO and got most, if not all, of their business by fake Yelp, Google, and Glassdoor and other review sites in our industry. The CEO was a compulsive liar and had no morals. Well, that's how you make it to the top. Somebody said reviews in general are shit. They tend to be filled with either a bunch of fake good reviews or raving reviews from insane customers. It's true. You got to think about like most of the average users or ingesters of certain content, and we're the types of people who will talk amongst each other about how we feel about it, but we're not going to sit down and pen down no fucking review. Leave that to the crazy people and the cat ladies. You know what I'm talking about? I'm kidding. Some of us like reviews, or to take the time to think of it like this. When's the last time something asked you to do a survey and you were like, yeah, I'll take that survey? You know what I mean? The average person is like, fuck that. Number 24, debt collectors will have detectives call you from a number that appears to be a legitimate law enforcement agency when you Google it. It's actually a spoofed caller ID using a legitimate agency's fax number. The detective will threaten to arrest and throw around names of local judges. The debt collector will claim to know the detective who left the message, but will be willing to take care of your debt. It's illegal, but it's very hard to prove, and that's why they do it. Wow, dude. Debt collectors scary as hell. Number 23. Maybe not dirty, but incompetent contractors will often way underbid jobs. So if you request a bunch of quotes and all the bids are relatively close except for one that's way lower, there's roughly 100% chance that that guy will screw it up and you'll have a nightmare on your hands. Sometimes you get what you pay for. Ooh, interesting. Some contractors don't know what the hell they doing, so they'd be like, yeah, it'll be $40. And you're like, what? Okay, I guess I'll go with you. You're the cheapest one that I said. Oh, shit. This ain't a $40 job. Let's just get some Pringles and just try to jam them underneath there. You know what I'm talking about? Pringles. Guys, I don't like Pringles, just in case you're wondering. I'll tell you what I like. Lay's Stacks. Is that weird? I don't care. You know what I mean? Lay's Stacks have a texture that your average Pringle does not have. You know what I mean? A pack of 11. Sign me the fuck up, because I like that green sour cream. You know what I mean? In the beam stream. Oh. Wait a minute. God damn it, Kyle, you're in the middle of a list. Sorry. Number 22. Any high-pressure sales tactic. I used to work for a certain startup called... a certain startup that cold called people when I graduated. Okay. They give you a list of things you cannot say or do because of ethical reasons. Then you realize that the only people who are doing well are taking that list and incorporating it into their pitches. Everyone looks the other way. Okay. Number 21. If someone starts trying to trade away all of their sheep because they have so much of it, while they've been sitting on a development card for half the game, do not trade. What the hell are you talking about? Is this Monopoly? Somebody said a buddy of mine asked if anyone had any bricks to trade them. I said yes, and they monopolied me. I was so fucking pissed. Somebody says that's the simple Monopoly card tactic. The more advanced one of the OP is talking about would be if your friend traded you and everyone else at the table all of his cards of a given type, and then used Monopoly to pull back all of the cards he just traded away while still keeping the cards he traded for. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit, guys, that I don't even know how the game Monopoly works. So let that be something that you guys dwell on. As we travel up the list of 30 business tactics that you need to know, we arrive at number 20. Placing the most profitable items at eye level, worst deal for you, and the best value for money items in hard to reach places. They know what they're doing. Number 19. An older fellow I know had a bodega, and he put a can of cream corn on the counter by the register. This was some time ago, so the van had a price tag of 17 cents. He sold that can of cream corn to everyone who bought anything there. If they realized they were paying too much, he'd just say he thought that was their can of corn. Most people didn't notice though, and he sold the same can of cream corn maybe 20 times a day. This motherfucker. Why not a can of green peas or something? I can't stand cream corn. That is fucking genius. And in case you guys missed it, imagine you go to some kind of, rinky-dink corner store, and you bring your shit to the counter, and if it's enough shit, the guy just has a can of cream corn on the counter, and he just like slides it into what you got. And he's saying that he got away with charging people for this cream corn can over and over and over and over every day. Look, man, nuts. Nuts. Number 18. Be careful if your friend from high school messages you out of the blue on Facebook. They have something to sell you or some pyramid scheme that they want you to join. Or they want in your pants. One of these two things. Number 17. In high-end IT, vendors will go dark. in months before a service contract renewal or infrastructure refresh is needed. The idea behind this is that the customer is forced to come to them, or they can come to the customer with little enough time to complete the refresh that they are either forced to make a purchase on bad footing, or price negotiations, or renew service agreements for an additional year at a higher rate while migrating to new gear. I'll take your word. Number 16. It's not as dirty as it's legal, but there is a reason that stores ask you to donate some money to charity or a fund. They can use your donation to help them get a tax write-off. Uh-oh. The majority of the $2 donations you're asked for at a grocery store goes towards the store and administration fees. It's a cash grab. Oh my God. Man. Number 15, man. The 3-tiered pricing approach, especially for things like roofing, basement, and waterproofing. The contractor starts with a ridiculously high-priced quote for way more stuff than you asked for, steps down to a more moderate quote of what you wanted with a few bells and whistles, then the third quote is for what you requested. This gives you the illusion of choice and reduces sticker shock, because although you requested the absolute minimum, service is really expensive. It's only half the cost of their recommended repairs. Interesting. Number 14. In Nova Scotia, Canada, severance pay is paid on the average of your last 30 days of pay. This means that some companies will actually reduce your hours to minimum your last month with them if they are going to lay you off. It happened to my wife. She worked for the company for 5 years, worked 35 hours per week. Suddenly she wasn't getting shifts. Boom, layoff notice. Happened to other folks too. That is just AIDS. Somebody said, man, I thought Canada was the land of honesty. And somebody else says, nah, Reddit just has this utopian view of Canada for some reason. A lot of Canadians like to maintain the facade, but our country sucks in a variety of ways. Generally, the average person is quite pleasant, but companies and stuff are just as ruthless and heartless as the US companies can be. Oh. Number 13. The closing down sale in the shop that never closes down. It's just in closing down sale mode continuously. I'm amazed shops are allowed to get away with this one. Oh man. Well, number 12. When finding a home for your elderly parents, set up an appointment, but come in a few minutes early and say, don't ask, if you can walk around for a quick look. The receptionist will likely won't refuse you, and the salesperson won't be ready for you. These places like to show you only the stuff they want you to see when being led around by a salesperson. Chat with a resident or a staff member, and they'll be the most honest with you. Somebody said another tip. Ask the local fire department their opinion of the place. They respond to the home's 911 calls, and see how put together the nursing staff is when your parents need them the most. Wow. That's a very good one. I'm impressed by this one. Wow. Number 11. Worked in a family-owned pharmacy for a few years. Find yourself a family-owned pharmacy if you A, don't want to go through your insurance, B, don't have insurance, or C, you'd like to support the working class and not Walmart or CVS. People would call us and ask us for a cash price for their medication. We would be hundreds of dollars cheaper than a Walmart on almost every prescription. I remember quoting someone a 90-day medication at $20, and they said that at Walmart it was $250. The reason I said things about not going through insurance is because insurance companies tell the pharmacy how much to charge you and tell the pharmacy how much the medications cost. Shit. Add insurance companies to the list. Family-owned pharmacies are losing so much money because of the way insurance companies work. Insane. Oh my God, forgive me. As we reach number 10 on the list of 30 business tactics you need to know, I want to take a quick chance to thank my sexy and lovely patrons. You guys are really doing the work around here. Somebody's gotta, you know what I'm talking about? Number 10. Offering insurance on anything that does not have the potential to be financially debilitating. Want to insure your DVD rental? What the fuck off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 9. When moving out of a rental / apartment or house, make sure to take lots of pictures and ask the owner / landlord to do a walkthrough with you. Video the walkthrough. That way, if you do not give you all of your deposit back, you have something to take to court. Versus a he said, she said, or he said, which you generally lose. When you turn in / cable or internet equipment, make sure to get a full receipt showing what they took and the date it was received. Scan this and email a couple of different email accounts. Comcast and others are bad about losing the equipment a couple years later after you forget, and then they bill you. Man, Comcast is a fucking nightmare. What a bunch of assholes, man. Number 8. Here's a general business one. Don't trust track changes in Word documents. Worth remembering for work life and in home life. I know of stories where a lawyer has sent a draft Word document with track changes showing some minor amendments to what was originally written, then disabled track changes to make significant changes in the hope that it wouldn't be noticed and would be signed. Always read the document in full. Don't trust the summary. Man, I just hilariously feel like this list is for some people with their life disastrously more together than mine. Number 7. We have many more clients interested in this limited offer. Oh, word? We'll take it to them. Somebody says, I've actually said, then why do you need me? In response to this a few times. Sometimes I get a stammering, well, you see, I'm trying to help you in response. But one time the dude just laughed and said, okay, you got me. Number 6. Some stores increase the price of a product and then put it on sale by a percentage of the fake higher prices. Ooh. Somebody said this is the epitome of every J. Crew factory sale. Oh, Lord. Number 5. A local lawn maintenance business takes advantage of unsuspecting customers in 3 ways. Number 1. On monthly bills, they double the state tax. Instead of being, say, 6%, it'll actually be 12% if you check the math. Number 2. Without discussing it with the homeowners, they charge double for double cuts when the grass is a little taller in the areas than usual. So if you had agreed to pay $50 per mowing, the monthly bill says $100 for each visit. They never ask, they just do it and charge double in most cases, even if it's just a small patch of the yard of taller grass. Number 3, they're supposed to mow once per week, but without telling customers first, they start mowing every 5 days, which means they get to charge for more mowing visits per month than necessary. Somebody said, oh, this sounds like it's illegal, especially doubling the state tax. Somebody said either illegal or easily contested. You did more than stated in the contract. I'm only paying for what I signed in the contract. If you do more than that, I'll assume it's charity. Somebody said if you ask for money for work done beyond contract, it's like breaking into someone's lawn, mowing it, and then asking them to pay you. Somebody else said the mow lawn ruse. Oh, come on. The mow lawn ruse happened to me in college. Somebody else said it's also a house of ill repute in Paris. M. Night Shyamalan. Okay. Okay. Number 4. Every month and every 4 weeks sound similar, but are different. Paying every month gets you 12 payments. Every 4 weeks gets you 13. Y'all should know this shit. Number 3. Not sure if it fits, but if you are offered a raise for taking on a new responsibilities, get it in writing. I just learned that the hard way. Wow, get it in writing, guys. I love how this one is upvoted all the way to the top, like people didn't know that. Number 2, mattress stores that have the find it anywhere else for cheaper. You will get your money back. God, are you dying, Kyle? Mattress stores that have the find it anywhere else for cheaper. You get your money back deal contract with the manufacturer to make the exact same model of bed, but with a model name specific to that store, so nobody can ever cash in on that deal. Ooh. Somebody said Best Buy does this as well to avoid price matching. You'll notice a B or something at the end of the product number, which makes it different as a product. Okay. Look, number 1, if you're buying a used car and it's parked over a puddle, they don't want you to look underneath. Somebody says, oh, that's fucking a disgustingly dirty move. Fucking greaser. Dude, that was a list. I don't know why I felt like recording an extra list. But I did. Because the one I recorded earlier was just so long. And this one's almost too short now. You know? And it was also for people, like I said, with shit together. I wouldn't know anything about that. But I guess, what does it matter? People can just go back to hot dog memes. Yeah, that's going to be relevant. Thanks, Snapchat. Can I just teleport to a week in the future? Thank you. Special thanks to all my sexy patrons for doing what you do. And then, you know, me hoping that this list even helped anyone. I feel like this list was not only short, but I don't know. Did you learn anything? If you learned something, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you didn't, then I'm sorry. I did record a 2-hour list today, but I felt like it was too long. So maybe this balances it out, because it's too short. And it was also questionable. So guys, I love you to death, and I will catch you soon. You have a wonderful day. Bye.